there, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you're a millennial like me, you know the struggle of balancing your finances while still trying to enjoy life. With student loans, rent, bills, and the desire to have a social life, saving money can feel like an impossible task. But don't worry. Today we're going to dive into some practical budgeting tips that can help you save money without sacrificing the things you love. So whether you're saving up for a big purchase, planning for your future, or just trying to make ends meet, this video is for you. Let's get started. Segment 1. Understanding your financial situation. Before we jump into the tips, it's important to understand where you stand financially. The first step in budgeting is to know exactly how much money you have coming in and how much is going out. Track your income. Start by tracking your income. This includes your salary, any side hustle earnings, and even gifts or other sources of income. Make sure you know your net income, which is what you actually take home after taxes and deductions. List your expenses. Next, list all of your expenses. Break them down into categories like housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, entertainment, and debt payments. Don't forget those small purchases that can add up over time, like your daily coffee or streaming subscriptions. Analyze your spending habits. Now, take a close look at your spending habits. Are there areas where you're overspending? Are there any unnecessary expenses you can cut back on? Understanding your financial habits is the key to creating a budget that works for you. Segment 2. Creating a realistic budget. Now that you've got a clear picture of your financial situation, it's time to create a budget. A budget is simply a plan for how you're going to spend your money each month. But remember, the goal isn't to restrict yourself. It's to give you control over your finances so you can make intentional choices. Set financial goals. Start by setting some financial goals. These can be short-term goals, like saving for a vacation, or long-term goals, like paying off student loans or saving for a down payment on a house. Having clear goals will help you stay motivated and focused on your budget. Choose a budgeting method. There are several popular budgeting methods to choose from, so pick one that works best for your lifestyle. Zero-based budgeting. With this method, you assign every dollar a job, so your income minus your expenses equals zero. This helps you be more intentional with your spending. Segment 3. Smart spending habits. Budgeting doesn't mean you have to give up all the things you enjoy. It's about being smart with your money and finding ways to stretch your dollars further. Here are some tips to help you save money while still enjoying life. Shop smarter. When it comes to shopping, whether it's for groceries, clothes, or anything else, look for deals and discounts. Use apps and websites like Honey, Rakuten, or Retailminot to find coupon codes and cashback offers. And don't forget to compare prices before making a purchase. A little bit of effort can save you a lot of money in the long run. Meal planning. Eating out frequently can quickly drain your budget. Instead, try meal planning. Plan your meals for the week. Make a shopping list and stick to it. This not only saves money, but also reduces food waste. You can even batch cook and freeze meals to save time during the week. Cut unnecessary subscriptions. Take a look at your subscriptions. Are you paying for services you don't use? Cancel any subscriptions that aren't essential, and consider sharing subscriptions with family or friends to cut costs. For example, you could share streaming services or split the cost of a membership. Limit impulse purchases. Impulse buying is one of the biggest budget busters. Before making a purchase, give yourself some time to think about whether you really need it. A good rule of thumb is the 24-hour rule. Wait 24 hours before making a purchase, and if you still want it after that time, go ahead. Often, you'll find that the impulse fades, and you save money. Segment 4. Managing debt wisely. Debt is a reality for many millennials, especially when it comes to student loans and credit cards. But managing your debt wisely is crucial for financial stability. Pay more than the minimum. If you're only making the minimum payments on your credit cards or loans, it can take years to pay them off, and you'll end up paying a lot in interest. Try to pay more than the minimum each month, even if it's just a little extra. This will help you pay off your debt faster and save money on interest. Focus on high-interest debt. If you have multiple debts, focus on paying off the one with the highest interest rate first. This is known as the avalanche method. By tackling high-interest debt first, you reduce the amount of interest you're paying over time. Consider debt consolidation. If you're struggling with multiple debts, consider consolidating them into a single loan with a lower interest rate. This can simplify your payments and potentially lower your interest costs. However, make sure to read the terms carefully and understand any fees associated with consolidation. Segment 5. Building an emergency fund. One of the most important aspects of budgeting is building an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable, and having a financial cushion can protect you from unexpected expenses. Start small. If you don't have an emergency fund, start by setting aside a small amount each month. Even if it's just $20 or $50, it adds up over time. Aim to save at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in your emergency fund. Keep it separate. Keep your emergency fund in a separate savings account so you're not tempted to dip into it for non-emergencies. A high-yield savings account is a good option because it earns more interest than a regular savings account. Replenish it after use. If you do have to use your emergency fund, make it a priority to replenish it as soon as possible. The goal is to always have that safety net available in case of unexpected expenses, like car repairs, medical bills, or job loss. Segment 6. Planning for the future. Budgeting isn't just about managing your money today, it's also about planning for the future. Here are a few ways to make sure you're on the right track for long-term financial success. Save for retirement. Even if retirement seems far away, it's never too early to start saving. Take advantage of employer-sponsored retirement plans, like a 401k, especially if your employer offers a matching contribution. If you're self-employed or your employer doesn't offer a retirement plan, consider opening an IRA. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Set long-term financial goals. Think about where you want to be financially in 5, 10, or 20 years. Whether it's buying a home, starting a family, or achieving financial independence. Setting long-term goals will help guide your financial decisions today. Continue educating yourself. Financial literacy is an ongoing process. Continue educating yourself about personal finance through books, podcasts, and online resources. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to make smart financial decisions. There you have it, budgeting tips for millennials that can help you save money and still enjoy life. Remember, budgeting is all about finding a balance that works for you. It's okay to treat yourself and enjoy the things you love, as long as you're making intentional choices and planning for your future. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tips on personal finance, investing, and living your best life. And if you have any budgeting tips or questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.